Hey, Colin.
Yeah, Cadence.
Do you like media and entertainment that's badass?
Durr.
Do you like media and entertainment that's bitchin'?
Yeah.
And how about a little bonkers?
Hills, yeah, throw that in there.
Then I think you might like this thing called the Baywatch Rewatch.
Oh, God. Are you trying to promote the podcast I'm actively doing with you right now?
A little bit, is it working?
Cool intro. All right, well.
Let's get started.
Let's get into it, guys.
We have been looking forward to this. We have a list of all kinds of movies that we've been wanting to show you.
So many movies.
And this is on the list.
It was one of the first ones that we actually thought about originally. It was...
Oh, yeah, popped right up.
It's a gem of our past. So this movie was released in 2009, and Cadence and I watched it one time, kind of in and out of watching it, and we remembered it being absolutely fucking bizarre. Like
It's
a fever dream bizarre.
We originally were going to do a Halloween special, and
then we thought about Halloween's so done.
Yeah.
But you know what's not done? What holiday's not done a lot?
Thanksgiving is not overplayed.
But we also wanted to incorporate a little bit of Halloween, so we decided to blend the two holidays together into this magical movie called...
Thankskilling.
Thankskilling, you guys, just in case you didn't catch that little play on words.
Thankskilling.
And just buckle in for a ride, because like I said, whoa, this movie is cuckoo bananas.
You know when you eat way too much on Thanksgiving and then you fall into the deepest coma-like sleep paralysis?
And you're just on the couch, sweating, and you kind of don't know what's going on.
Imagine that. Add in a little bit of like acid or LSD.
Just a little bit of
and
acid.
also L-tryptophan from the turkey.
And you are experiencing this movie.
And that is about where we're at here. So we encourage you to find this movie and indulge in it. / watch it while you're listening to us.
/ you could get away. You could never watch this movie in your life and be just fine.
Or just listen to us and laugh and just count on us to describe it for you, because either way, it's worth it.
So we are going to go ahead and get into it. So we are, it seems to be 1641. That's what it says at the bottom of the screen.
1651, I think you mean?
1651, which indicates that it's in...
1651, the year of our Lord.
And it looks like you're zoomed in on a squid eye or maybe an octopus eye, but as it...
You think that perhaps we're doing an underwater situation? Maybe a deep sea dive?
With David Attenborough, but then it zooms out and you understand that it's two beautiful breasts, bubbly, vivacious breasts, and it's from a pilgrim woman who her breasts have fallen out of her pilgrim dress.
Yeah, they have been... released from bondage, so to speak.
And it's not in a sexual way. She's definitely scared. And she's kind of like looking around. And for some reason, in her panic, only her breast can be shown.
And it, on first glance, you might be thinking this is objectification, that just because the first opening shot is of this woman's voluptuous breast.
An areola first close up.
Areola first, yes. Up close and personal. But it's really not sexualized at all in any way, shape, or form.
Nope. And... just
it's
only
probably
her
the
breast.
least.
Actually, the parts of her dress, her shoulder parts of her dress are up over her shoulders.
You're very right.
Just her breasts are out because they were very scared. And then you see this thing that Cadence and I always talk about. It's called the CC.
Right.
Creature cam.
And this is probably something that is going to be really important to sort of lay down right now at the start of all of these kind of new special movies that we're watching. So Creature Cam was trademark TM. Something that Colin and I created years ago when we first started enjoying a vast array of B movies.
And if a movie has a creature cam, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. You guys, I promise you, it is a foolproof system.
It is foolproof. Because, creature cam, it, invites you into the creature's point of view, which actually helps develop that character. And usually it has nothing to do with budget. That they can't afford to make the actual creature scene on TV. It's more about putting you in the creature's mind.
Right, because Anaconda is a great example.
Jinx. We both said that.
It has a great budget. It was a huge movie.
Oh, it was a huge movie.
And they had creature cam because they were good filmmakers.
2002's Megalodon had Creature Cam. Not the biggest budget, but it really invoked that sense of scaredness.
And I guess another good rule to go by is the sooner you see Creature Cam, the better.
Yeah. If you see Creature Cam soon in the movie, you know it's going to be a scary
wild
movie.
ride.
So she's running and freaking out, and she's running from something, and we don't really quite know what it is. But eventually, she turns around. Creature Cam's behind her.
There's
see her
an
turn.
axe. A bloody axe gets lifted above her head.
That's
She
true. Or
screams.
more like a tomahawk type thing. Because maybe it's the
right.
maybe it's the. You just don't know. I don't know. And she screams, and then
you hear the villain of this movie speak.
Oh yes, you hear a voice.
And what the villain says is,
what does he say?
Nice tits, bitch.
Because that's the way they spoke in 1651. That was slang then. I guess you did hear that. I did not. That's amazing. So now it's present day, and we're seeing a group
speeding
of
through time.
It's we're.
Oh, you know what we also forgot to say
What?
is that not only is it 1651, it also says these events took place the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well that probably has a lot.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay,
Right.
so that's a terrible tragedy to happen right after Thanksgiving. So now we're at a college in modern day, and there are 4 college students that walk out, and you can tell that they're like the cool kids.
Oh, I mean, they're wearing cargo pants and they're wearing
camo tops.
tanks. So
And
you know.
one of the girls is wearing, like, her jeans don't just look like torn jeans. They look like like lawnmower ran over these jeans and completely ripped up her entire jeans.
They're barely holding together.
That was never a style, not even in 2000. And there's a kind of a larger, we would say, quote unquote, redneck type of character named Billy,
Right.
who ripped open his wife beater and is now just wearing a flannel tank top.
Right.
Or vest.
It's very stereotypical to see like a lot of enthusiasm for spring break.
Yes.
Very rarely do you see the kind of enthusiasm that Billy has for Thanksgiving
Oh, they
break.
are all so excited about Thanksgiving, and she's like...
But he is legitimately so excited that he runs out of class at his college.
Thanksgiving break! Yes! Yes!
And rips his undershirt until he's naked
He's like,
from the
"Whoa,
waist
Thanksgiving
up.
break!"
And yeah, and he has an accent, so he's very much like, you know, just completely gapped out
on Thanksgiving
break.
break. So there's 4 people. It's 2 females and 2 males, and we already met Billy, the larger one who ripped open his thing. There's Johnny, who seems to be like this football
100%
coach.
cool guy.
Or not football coach, football player, like wearing his Letterman jacket that looks like a Tweety Bird jacket, I think.
Right. It might be a Looney Tunes jacket that's like a prop that they just sort of fold up mysteriously.
And he looks like the hot football player one. And then you have 2 females, and one of them immediately flashes her breast to Billy.
Let's get wasted. Pull your shirt down, honey. It's Thanksgiving, not Titsgiving.
Because it's Thanksgiving break, and
Right,
that's what you do.
That's what you do.
So she's not flashing her full breast. She had her bra on, but she just was entertaining him a little bit. And, being
And
like,
then,
"Woo."
so you see like the 2 cool girls and the 2 cool guys, they're getting ready to take their awesome Thanksgiving break together. And then Billy befriends what you might stereotypically refer to as a nerd.
He is like glasses on, kind of goofy.
100% all the things from a movie.
And
nerd-wise.
Johnny and the
Glasses,
2 females
plaid,
are like,
the
who
whole
is this
shebang.
guy? And Billy's like, he's this new friend that I met. He's really cool. He's just going to come with us on our wild Thanksgiving break. I guess they're going on a wild Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that they all are going to the same hometown. Like they all came from the same place.
Or they're going to like a wild Thanksgiving break beach. We don't really quite
Who
know.
knows?
But they're...
MTV's
Amsterdam
Thanksgiving break
cribs.
house.
Right. It's like a big Thanksgiving dinner, and Carmen Electra's out there just
You're
like
all
carving
huddled
a
by
turkey.
like in your jackets outside in the freezing cold.
Just like pumpkin pie.
Partying!
Is it a wet shirt contest? It's like gravy shirt contest.
Yes.
And they're all kind of like, okay, well, I guess this character, which we learned his name is Darren, he's the kind of nerdy one that Billy became friends with and introduced to the group. He's like, he's going to join us. And they're all kind of hesitant, like, okay. But they all huddle into Johnny's Jeep, and they are ready to go to Thanksgiving break.
Darren is stoked because he's like, I'm a cool kid.
Oh, yeah, he's like so happy to be in like the cool kid group. And so they drive away. They are just gung-hoing down on their Thanksgiving break.
Thanksgiving break! Woohoo!
we switch clips to this man who just referred to himself as an old hag.
And he has a dog named Flashy.
And his dog Flashy just totally booked it. And he's like, Flashy, where'd you go? And he's like out in a cabin in
he's living in a shed pretty much. And there's no door. There's nothing.
Clearly it's someone who was filming this had a work shed that they signed up for.
And he's super stressed that his dog just ran off. And so he's talking to himself and he's like,
Don't go running too far off, Flashy. Dinner be done soon. It's just a dog, Oscar. And I'm just a lonely old hag.
I'm so lonely. I'm such a lonely old hag that I'm stressing about my dog.
So weird that he turns his.
It's very bizarre.
But I guess it's just giving us a glimpse of a new character. So I think something's going to happen with that guy, because now it goes back to the 5 cool kids in the Jeep, and they are just having this bizarre conversation about Thanksgiving break. And the nerdy one, Darren, who just joined the group, is all of a sudden very comfortable with everybody.
I'm going to go wild. I'm going to go buck wild on this trip. I'm going to go skinny dipping without any clothes on. I'm going to ghost ride the whip, man. Woo! I'm going to have sex with someone in this car. Yeah, for once, it's not going to be just me by myself. I'm going to be the one doing the sexing. Yeah. To one of you.
Oh, he's making sex jokes,
Well,
and
first
he's calling girls sluts.
Well, first before they even get started, he's like,
So guys, I was thinking, since it's Thanksgiving and all that, we should go around and say what we're thankful for.
And that leads to a whole hoorah of silly answers,
100%.
We get an answer, your juicy mom's poon, which I haven't heard poon in a long time.
What's poon?
I only dated guys who said poon.
Poon, it was
You
such
know
a
what?
hot
Still,
early
I'm married and I will
word.
still date a guy who says poon. Nothing gets me going like a good poon joke.
It was so 2000 to say poon. And Johnny's like, come on, guys, take this seriously. Like, what are we really thankful for? And they all say what they're thankful for. And Johnny has a flashback, it looks like, apparently to
earlier that
day, because he's wearing exactly the same clothes. And it looks like he's throwing around a football with his dad. And he was thankful for that relationship. Keep in mind, was thankful for his dad's relationship.
And they're all, by the way, I don't think we have also clarified that they are traveling in a Jeep. So there's really not even a back seat.
It is really crowded in there.
Just sort of like sitting on like the utility bar almost.
Oh, and Billy got he ripped open his wife beater, but he has another one.
He had a spare one in the Jeep.
Actually, I gotta stop calling them wife beaters. That is a terrible term.
It's so, I was going to say that earlier and then I got distracted.
I grew up with the name wife beater, but I want to apologize for saying that out loud. It is a white tank top. That was just the name they grew up with, so it's ingrained in my head, but I am making a vow to you right now to never say that again. But he just got another tank top and put it on. And
he just opens the glove compartment. There's like 10 clean white tank tops in there.
So
yeah, it's Johnny's Jeep.
It's Johnny's Jeep, but he keeps clothes in there.
It's Johnny's Jeep / Billy's closet.
We have no idea the relationship they've had. We don't know really. We're assuming all these people are friends, but there's this really... I think this movie is really cool because it tries to navigate the tropes of your typical college friends.
Yeah.
There's the hot kind of, airheady one.
Ditzy girl.
Her name is Allie, we find out. And then you have
the smart, kind of bookish.
The smart, bookish, kind of homely looking one that can't quite figure out how to do her makeup. She can't quite figure out how to do her makeup, bless her heart. Blue eyeshadow and lip gloss, but she's like the bookie smart one. And her name is Kristen. Mm-hmm. So now we've got Billy, Darren, Johnny, Allie, and Kristen in the Jeep going to crazy Thanksgiving break.
We see the exterior of a house, and inside...
Classic 90s house.
Oh, such 90s. And we see a middle-aged couple, having breakfast. One of them is the sheriff, and you realize that these are Kristen's parents.
And the sheriff his wife is presenting him with a cup of coffee, and he drinks it, and kind of
spits it out violently,
all over his bottom lip.
Smears it all over his chin.
Sick, and he's like...
God damn, Cheryl! That coffee tastes like shit! What'd you do, take a dump in it?
As a matter of fact, I sure did.
I want a fucking divorce.
Oh my god, she
So,
actually burped in the coffee.
You guys, and she's holding it, and she's like
Oh my
shaking the
God.
coffee pot, and
at
there's
the
like
bottom,
a little
there's
turd
a
in
little
it.
turd. It's so...
And it's just like
Ugh.
the most extreme
Ugh.
version. And I feel like
Ugh.
there's no going back from that.
There's no... Well, that's how she tells them they're getting a divorce.
But I mean, for her, maybe
Ugh.
for her, it's like a foolproof plan because she knows if she shits in the coffee, she can't call him back in a week and be like, I made a mistake.
I
Can
know.
I come home?
That's insurance. Like, or she just knows
He's
she
gonna
can't
be like,
do it. Oh,
absolutely
that was so
not.
ridiculous. I can't believe they showed that.
It was,
This
and the
is
whole,
disgusting.
like, so at the end of this scene, she walks out, she shits in the coffee pot, says, I'm leaving you, walks out.
Also, the logistics of shitting in a coffee pot. Like, how
I
does that...
know.
That must have taken her a long time to do.
I mean, there's two
whole-
ways this could have happened, and I don't want to even begin to
It was
go
a-
through
it was a
either one of
relatively
them.
small coffee pot. So anyway, let's not even think about that.
So after he drinks this coffee and he spits it out and she leaves, he gets a phone call from Kristen saying,
Who's
"Hey,
in the car with her friends.
yeah, they're on the way." And so she says, "Hey, Dad, we're going to be there around this time." The truly just unsettling part of this whole thing is that he still has the coffee, the brown
Ew.
coffee
It's just
smeared
dribbling out
all
of his
over
mouth.
his
Ugh.
chin.
That was so gross. So they hang up, and as soon as they hang up, they're driving a little bit further. The
sun's
crew,
going
we'll call
down.
it the crew. And their car, something seems to happen. The Jeep, it starts smoking, and they pull over, and they're all trying to figure out what's happening with the Jeep.
And everybody's sort of deciding, well, how are we going to solve this problem? Because it's dark and there's nowhere to go.
And we don't know what to do with this Jeep. It is dead.
And so Billy, because I guess he's living out of, I guess it's like his apartment slash
You
home
really
slash
should get
closet.
into the backstory of Billy and Johnny's
I would love to
relationship,
know more
'cause
about that
I think
dynamic.
Billy is living in Johnny's car because he pulls out like a tent and pillows and a cooler, and he's like, I guess we're camping.
He's got everything he needs,
And-
which you kind of also are like, well, where were they storing this stuff? Because there wasn't even a backseat in the Jeep. They were all sitting on each other's laps. So who
yeah.
knows where all this extra storage came from? But I'm overthinking it.
We are. And so they basically, end of the
decide to
story,
camp.
they pull over and decide to camp in the middle of the woods.
And in the process of setting up their camp, Darren sees what looks like an old, like kind of a piece of wood that he's clearing out of the way to set up the campground. And when he picks it up, he notices that it has the word Crawberg painted on it. So it's a sign.
And I would like to say that Darren, like, he just met this group of people, and he is becoming
Oh, he
so
is.
he's like hopping on their back,
Piggybacking.
like, piggyback rides. I love you, Allie. Like, oh, you dumb slut. Like, he's really just
He really has gotten.
made himself a name.
Party all night. He's so drunk and wasted. I'm so excited.
He has wiggled right in tight.
So he finds the Crawberg sign, and the other campers or the other friends are like, wait, what's Crawberg? Like, what does this have to do with anything?
Mhm.
And then we have this little clip of the story that Darren...
He's like, you want to know what Crawberg is?
You don't know what...
That's what you're saying?
You know what Crawberg is?
I'm sorry, Crawberg?
Sit your ass down. Let me tell you what the Crawberg is.
I'll tell you.
Okay, guys. It's time for me to fill you in on one of the most notorious moments in Pilgrim history. Back in the 1500s, in the settlement of Crawberg, an old Indian by the name of Feathercloud, who some people thought had black magic powers, was dishonored by a pilgrim.
Oh, my ex-boyfriend was a pilgrim.
The pilgrim's name was Chuck Langston.
Well, that's my last name.
I know, Billy. I've never thought about it before, but he's probably one of your ancestors. Well, anyways, the old Indian was so outraged, he vowed he would curse all white men. This was no ordinary curse, however. Feathercloud necromanced a turkey that would roam the earth every 505 years, killing the first humans he made contact with. He was more evil than anything you've ever seen before. A turkey that would stop at nothing to get what he wanted to kill.
Are you shitting me? A killer turkey?
Simultaneously, in the same forest that these crazy kids are having their crazy Thanksgiving camp out.
Yeah, they're making the best of this, guys. They are just deciding to get drunk and crazy and have a cuckoo time. Cuckoo bananas.
They have apparently an endless supply of beer because that's what happens when you drive.
Have you drank so much
home.
beer?
I don't know. It just makes you feel like you ate a bunch of bread.
I know. Every time I I love wine, but if I drink beer, I just feel like so gross.
Saying you like wine is an understatement.
Mama loves wine.
Wine is flowing through your veins instead, in lieu of blood.
If you cut my veins right now, it would be like a Malbec. So anyway, they just have a lot of beer, and I don't know, beer.
Beer's not my jam.
To get so drunk off of beer.
So
simultaneously in the forest.
So in the forest that they're camping in, Oscar is still searching for Flashy the dog.
And Oscar, yes, is the old hag that we mentioned before that was living in the shed.
And he's desperate to find Flashy. I mean, at this point it's dark. Flashy left to go pee in like the mid-afternoon, and now it's pitch black dark, the moon's out.
I know that if my cat left at that, I would be terrified. I'd be searching left and right on hands and knees, crawling through the forest to find my
And that's exactly what he's doing. So as everybody's kind of wrapping up and getting ready to go to bed, Kristen realizes, oh shit, I was talking to my dad, the sheriff, the shit coffee drinker.
After my stepmom shit in the coffee pot and left
him. And I told him we were going to be there, and we're not there, and he doesn't know the car broke down, so I need to fill him in.
He's probably worried sick.
Well,
he's probably actually
he's definitely sick.
He's actually probably
There's no
himself
question
sick
about that.
He consumed feces.
So so she's like, I don't get service around the campfire. I'm gonna need to go further into the dense, dank woods.
She's like really going into the woods, like
to get
literally
clearer service,
like,
obviously
through shrubbery to get better service on this full moon, which is scary in itself.
So while she's in the forest is where fate happens, and she crosses paths with both kind of Oscar looking for Flashy and our villain, our titular villain.
So we get a good creature cam coming up behind Kristen, and you hear this like, and I'm like, what is that?
What could it possibly be?
Oh no, Kristen comes face to face with our villain, the Thankskilling turkey. Turkey spirit from the very beginning and the story came back because the dog peed on his totem pole, which apparently urine brings it back to life. That's not fully explained, but he came back to life.
We kind of kept you on the edge of your seat before we revealed who the villain was or what the villain was. And so in this moment, we just want to give you a second to...
It's bizarre.
Just take a deep breath. Bizarre. If you're driving, pull over.
Sit down. Get
whatever you need to do is fine, because for you to fully process and integrate that the villain of Thankskilling is the crassest, most vulgar turkey.
And we don't want to dive too much into the...
We don't want to give it too much credit.
We don't want to give it too much credit, but we think possibly this turkey is like a spirit that nobody knows it's a turkey, because later on, from what I remember, he really confuses the shit out of people.
That you would not ever make these mistakes if a turkey was standing in front of you.
I think we're seeing a turkey as the viewer.
It might be a shapeshifter is the best way to describe
exactly. it. We think as a viewer he's a crass turkey, but to other people, they see all kinds of stuff. And I think sometimes he actually is a turkey to the people.
So Kristen comes back from her phone call.
In a frenzy. I mean,
she's in a tizzy.
She just saw a freaking turkey.
Like a crazy, murderous
that was talking to her.
Shape-shifting turkey.
And she was like, oh my god, you guys, the stories might be true. And of course,
Darren.
What do? They make her feel like the crazy one.
Jesus, Kristen, what happened to you?
You were right, Darren. Your story was true. There is an evil turkey on the loose. Wow, Kristen. You're like almost as dumb as I am.
Yeah, it was just a story, Kristen. I doubt it's even true.
And Darren, of all people, is the one who told the story. And he's like, you actually believe
so dumb.
that?
Oh, Kristen, oh, you. I just met you 5 minutes ago, but oh, you.
Classic Kristen.
I mean, if I came running up to you like,
and was like traumatized,
out, like, would you be like, I hate in movies when people do that?
Yes, when they're like you are such a dumb bitch.
And I'm like, if any one of my friends, even if someone I didn't like, came running up to me,
and they were
like,
that stressed out,
oh my god, someone I just saw, I'd be like,
you wouldn't gaslight them and be like, it's totally in your imagination.
Did you really see something? What did you really see?
Completely condescend.
I'd get my detective lenses and my gloves, and let's go figure out what this shit is.
I also want to know what your detective lenses are.
My monocle.
And I want to see them. You're just walking around with one monocle lens.
I guess it's
Let's go solve this problem.
It's just not a microscope,
Monocle.
No, it's a little thing.
Binocular?
No, the little thing that you have. That little thing that zooms in. They look at maps. Magnifying glass. That was way too long for us to forget.
I was really thinking you were talking about some sort of ancient contraption, but magnifying glass.
They think she's crazy and they just like all decide to go to bed. But before they go to bed, the most bizarre thing happens and a flailing rabbit.
You hear this.
Like, falls onto the fire and they're like, holy shit. And they look at it and they're like, this rabbit has been pecked open. And not just by any bird.
A turkey bird.
A turkey. So all of a sudden they become like, I don't know.
Anthropologists or whatever.
Foulologists?
Yes, phallology. Turkeyology.
And they know what a turkey beak peck is, and they see this rabbit with its innards splashed all over the fire, and it is bizarre, but they don't find that creepy.
But they don't think that that's a problem? They don't think a baby rabbit catapulting with its guts out through the forest and landing right in their fire is any cause of alarm whatsoever.
They're just like, okay, well, I guess go to bed.
I guess it's bedtime.
And
Kristen, you're still crazy.
Bedtime.
And
morning time, Billy wakes up. He's just sleeping on the ground. He probably got too drunk, and just woke up.
And who does he see as his little eyes bat open?
Crazy hag, old hermit, Oscar.
Who the hell are you? You just call me your guardian angel, kid. That damn turkey come along last night was ready to peck your heart out.
You're crazy.
Am I? Then what's them turkey droppings doing on your chest,
And he's
son?
like, who the hell are you?
And why are you, like, sitting on my sleeping bag?
And he's like, I was protecting you from the turkey. And he's like, shut the fuck up. But then he's like, see for yourself. And turkey...
There's turkey poo.
Pooped all over Billy's chest. And my question is...
Also, yes, did Billy not wake up for this?
Yeah, like, did Billy, A, not wake up when the turkey is pooping on him? And B, like...
Or when Oscar's sitting on him.
Or when Oscar's, like, actively sitting on... A man is sitting on you and
either
you
of those
just
things.
wake up. And I'm thinking, like... Okay, do you just... It's bizarre that you didn't feel this turkey poop on you, and why would the turkey poop on you if he just wants to kill? Like, he's a crass turkey. He has his own... He's a shape-shifting crass turkey. Who knows? He's got something in mind.
I mean, he's got his own goals.
So, basically, Billy gets shook, and he's like, you guys, we gotta leave. And they all tease him now for being spooked.
Never mind that you'd be like, oh, that's one more voice of validation.
Nope. They all start, like, Kristen's
now they're
like...
making fun of him. Yeah, Kristen decides she's gonna join in.
Guys, your damn turkey stories.
Johnny, I'm sorry about the things I said last night. I guess I was just a little freaked out, you know?
You don't need to apologize, gorgeous.
She's like, oh, Billy, are you stupid? Let's go.
Yeah, she 100% tries to save face and be like, I was just so tired last night. I was kind of just out of it.
I had my period.
I'm
you know
PMSing hormones.
So they all get up and they get in the Jeep, which now all of a sudden is fixed. We don't know exactly what happened.
I guess it's kind of like when you turn your computer on and off. I guess that's what they chose to do with the Jeep. Like, just let her sleep, guys. She's super tuckered out. She'll start just fine tomorrow morning.
And sure enough,
didn't call AAA. Didn't. She did. Nope. Just got in.
The best thing is the Jeep is parked on the side of the road with a field with cows, and there's houses.
And then right next, and there's like even an empty barn that they could have just maybe slept in there. Worst case scenario, but whatever.
But sometimes they're different. So they're all in the car and they're like debating basically, is this turkey real or is it not? We cut to a new scene.
Now this is where this goes from a horror / scary / adventure / imagination movie to an absolute fever dream
horror nightmare movie. It's about to get really weird because if this is what I remember, this scene is traumatizing. This is
probably the scene that, you know, there's not a ton I remember about this movie.
I remember almost everything.
This is the one thing that has lodged itself into my subconscious.
Okay, so there is a car driving down the road with a gentleman in it, and it's kind of an old crappy car, and you see our villainous turkey gobble thing.
He's hitchhiking
on the side of the road, or so it appears. And so the car pulls over and he says,
Ass, gas, or grass?
Well, I'm out of gas. Guess I'll take ass.
Where
you
the
heard that right.
comes on. Does he know it's a turkey, or is this
we don't know? Because visually we're experiencing it as a man driving a car picking up a hitchhiking turkey who is speaking to him.
And you heard what the man asks, and the turkey, our villain, goes, I guess it's ass.
I guess I'll take ass.
And he literally backs up his little turkey butt, or shape-shifting human man or woman butt.
We are, yes. So you can see why. I mean, just this description alone, you're like, okay, I get why they're saying maybe it's shape-shifting. Because
it doesn't make...
The driver starts making love, or about to make love, and says...
Now that's what I call a tight ass.
You have a tight...
Oh, yeah. No, he says, I like that
ass.
Oh, yeah. It's so fucking sick, you guys.
Disgusting.
It's sickening. But before he actually starts making love, I think, he's just about to, and he's kind of like admiring this
and he's
turkey
definitely
butt.
Unzipping.
The turkey flips around and puts a gun to his head.
Shotgun.
And he says... And he's like, what? I'm a father. What are you doing? And he's like, you're a father?
I'm a turkey, motherfucker. Gobble, gobble.
Call your daughter. And so the man, like any good father, calls his daughter when the turkey is about to kill him. And I have a lot of problems with that because there's no way this guy isn't a huge sleaze. Like, if a turkey with a gun
he's
about to shoot
soliciting
you,
prostitution from a hitchhiking turkey. What a sleaze. Also,
say the turkey is a shifter and he sees like a person.
Mm-hmm.
Is prostitution just something that happens in these like farmlands of Nebraska? Because this is like the farmlands of Nebraska, you guys.
This is definitely a field.
An open field. And he starts calling his daughter and panicking, and guess what? Turkey doesn't have any time for that. Shoots him right in the fucking head.
He's like, bye, gobble,
and
gobble.
Gobble, gobble, and his head explodes on the windshield.
And the turkey steals the car. Because he needs wheels.
He's got to get...
He might be a shape-shifting turkey, but practically speaking, he has got to get from place to place.
He needs to pick up a few things.
You know what?
And
he's got errands to run.
And that was a very strange way to get the car. He could have just killed the guy to begin with and taken the car.
Or he could have, like, lured him out of the car, because don't you think anybody in their good right mind would see a talking turkey on the side of the road and get out to check that out?
Or if it was just a giant turkey.
Because he's
bottom side
also
to this man
bottom side.
Who wants to
his back bottom side.
His back bottom side. That was just a bizarre.
And where was he hiding the shotgun?
Yeah, that was weird too.
Because where would he hide it in all of his
maybe under his
feathers?
plumage? We just don't know.
He's like in full display mode, like full mating when they've got all their feathers.
And where did he get the shotgun? That's another question.
That's also...
We have to figure out where this killer turkey got this shotgun.
He just must be picking stuff up along the way.
I know.
Maybe he got it from... Maybe did he steal it from Oscar?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
we never saw. If he did, we didn't see it. But maybe he found a shed with the shotgun.
He's very
resourceful.
Yeah, resourceful. That's the word. That's the word.
And we come back to the gang of 5 college students, and they are back.
They finally
get to their town
or their respective homes in the one town.
So I guess that they were just going to their individual homes, but they were excited to spend Thanksgiving break together in their own homes in their same town. So Johnny, the football player, the hot one that was wearing the Looney Tunes jacket, maybe as a Letterman jacket, he has, like we said earlier, like a little tiff with his dad, because he earlier in the car said he was thankful for the relationship he had with his dad.
Had. Past tense.
So we see him walk up, and the mom answers the door, and she's just like, Johnny, where have you been? And he's like,
oh, Mom, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm here now. That's all that matters.
Now, come on. Let's go say hi to your father.
Ma? You know me and Papa don't talk anymore.
Johnny.
Ever since I got put as second-string quarterback, he hasn't even wanted to talk to me.
Johnny, that was 2 whole weeks ago. I'm sure he's over it.
You say so, Mom.
Well, he's like, Papa and I aren't talking anymore. Yeah. And you think there's this, like, deep childhood rift that happened, and the mom goes... Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. I'm sure he's forgotten all about
it. The whole time it's leading you to believe that this was a long, long time ago.
And why he calls him Papa? Not 100%
that's another thing.
Sure.
Everyone talks like a weird, like, Georgia peach, like, Southerner. Mm-hmm. And they always say, like, my mama, my papa, and my pa. And they're clearly not in the South at all. So that's another weird kind of aspect to this movie. So she's like, it's been 2 weeks. He's probably over it. So he was standing there, and his dad
He's trying to make peace with his dad, he says. His dad
just farts.
Hey, Pops.
Hey. Long time no see. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Just farts.
Johnny says, hey, Dad, how are you? His dad's response is to lean over and fart.
And he's just like, eh. So, as we learned, Johnny is a second back quarterback. And
second string quarterback.
Second string. We're sports sportscasters. I know this. We're sports people. I got this.
He
So
took it
he's
down
a
the field.
second
He's
string.
5, 4,
And
3, 2,
again,
touchdown.
I never get that. Like, dads,
Baskets.
I guess dads really do care about that, like, so much. Like, you're not going to talk to your son because he wasn't the star quarterback.
I know. Can you imagine caring about that?
Yeah, like, seriously, like, that is what you care about.
I couldn't fathom it, honestly.
Anyway, sorry for those. We do love sports, but if you care about it so much.
I'm okay with that. And if there's a part of this audience that's alienated by that, I'm not going to apologize for it.
I don't mind sports, but if you're like starting to like actually hate somebody because they like another team or not talk to your son for weeks because he did, that's when you just take it too far. You have a problem.
That's just not healthy.
You need to go step up, look in the mirror, ask yourself, is this worth it? Do I really need to be doing this?
Is this bringing me happiness?
Anyway, so they go outside, the dad and Johnny, and they're on this swing.
And Johnny says to his mom, like, I can't live with this. Like, I can't only get farts back as answers for the rest of this Thanksgiving
My dad
break.
cannot only fart when I talk to him.
So here's my solution. I'm going to lie to him. I'm just going to go outside and tell him that it was all a misunderstanding, and I am, in fact, the first string quarterback.
Which you think is going to catch up to him? That's got to be able.
Which you would think that lie would unravel real quick.
So he tells that to his dad, and immediately when he tells him that, his dad, this is the conversation that they have.
Pops, I have some great news.
Yeah?
I did it. I'm the starting quarterback for the Tritons.
You are?
Yeah.
Good going, son. I knew you could do it. I knew you had it in you, just like your old pops.
I did too. I love you, Dad.
You're the best son anyone could ask for.
So after you see that his dad only loves his son if he is a star quarterback.
And shares a loving
handshake with him. He literally is like, you're the best son I ever had. And here's a handshake.
I am so glad you are playing for the team.
Guess who was also there in the background?
Do you even have to guess? Gobble gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. She can't even do a turkey sound correctly. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble rocker.
Gobble, gobble.
It's because I was thinking of gobble gobble motherfucker, and so
you just got so excited.
I got so excited that I said gobble gobber.
Yep, that's right. Our turkey villain is right behind him, and
enough of this bloody crap. Dad. Go team, Johnny.
And the turkey snaps off the dad's head, bites it right off. And not only that,
swift motion.
Swift motion, and the head flies over, and Johnny catches it because he's the quarterback.
Second string quarterbacks can still catch flying heads.
Yeah, so it's his dad.
They're still pretty good.
Cut off, and he is freaking out, as you would be if your father had just had a giant turkey spirit.
I mean,
his head.
It's not just. I actually, to say it's swift is a mistake. Like he definitely saws at it for an extended period of time, then steals the dad's cigar just to really rub it in.
Oh yeah, the dad was smoking a cigar. But yeah, it's a swift saw, but then he throws it, and Johnny's freaking out, and so he runs inside, and who's standing there? He's like, it's his mom from behind.
It's his mommy!
And he's like, oh mom, oh my god, holy shit, you don't know what's... He turns her around, eyes pecked out. Her eyes have been pecked out.
That turkey has already gotten to her. And he's swift.
He's swift, and she didn't make any noise, apparently, when she was getting her eyes pecked out. And I guess getting your eyes pecked out means you instantly die, because she had no other wounds on her body, and she was standing up.
Yeah, I guess that is a quick, just right to the brain, I guess.
Right to the brain, and she still was able to stand, so that was very cool.
And so Johnny's flipping out, understandably.
Yeah,
both of his parents have been slaughtered by this turkey. And he's sobbing in his Jeep, and he's like,
oh my God, why? No more pumpkin pie. No more cranberry sauce. Just turkey. Fucking turkey.
Why?
No more Thanksgiving meals. No more home-cooked meals. He's having these, like, bizarre...
Yeah, he's mourning...
He's mourning the
things
dumbest
disproportionately,
stuff.
to say the least.
I think it's very disproportionate, but hey, we don't know his relationship with this family.
So just when you think that you've reached so much depravity of, like, a prostituting turkey and a just absolutely fiendish, devil-mongering, like, sawing off heads, shitting in coffee pots...
We get to
We are not even close.
With Allie. And Allie was kind of the dumb... she was portrayed as the dumb kind of bimbo-y.
Yes.
She was promiscuous.
Yes, we're not slut-shaming her.
No wrong with promiscuity.
In the movie,
but she is
they tease her about it. But just so you know, she has already, within the last, like, half hour, found somebody
to take
home and have sex with in her bedroom next door to her parents.
Literally, she says, it's okay. My parents
They're
are
cool
next
with
door,
it.
but they're cool with it. They immediately start having sexual intercourse, and she is in a position known as doggo style. And she is loving it, having a great time. Oh, God. I'm watching it, and it's so
No, it's so bad. I don't even want to say it out loud.
We can't even describe it. But let's just say...
She's deeply into the act of lovemaking, okay?
Well, I wouldn't call it lovemaking, but...
He's behind her.
She's deeply into the act of getting her rocks off.
I'm trying. This scene is so bad that I'm
so
trying
awful.
to,
You guys, I forgot
I'm
about
trying
this
to
scene.
soften the blow
so
because it's
bad.
getting so bizarre that I'm like, how can I make it soft around the edges?
She's receiving this with pleasure, and she
can't see the guy because he's behind her.
She's in doggo, and she's so enraptured with pleasure that our turkey...
She doesn't notice when...
He kills the man behind her, bites his little neck, snaps it, and quickly takes that man's place.
Assumes the position, so to speak.
And she did not notice that.
Does not notice.
And the turkey takes over, and it looks as bizarre as it sounds, you guys. And we're happy we're saving this awful, awful visual.
We hope that you never... You know what? I hope a turkey pecks my eyes out. Please. Shape-shifting turkey, find me tonight.
You should have given a disclaimer, and you should have had your kids removed from this if they were listening. I'm sorry in advance. We might stick one in there later.
So
he
bad.
assumes the position, and
he is very vocally
vulgar and gross. And as soon as she takes her this long to realize, she kind of snaps out of her ecstasy daze and turns around, sees him. He kills her. Boom. Pecks her eyes out, slides her throat.
Mm-hmm.
And then
slides it?
Slides her throat.
Right over the bed.
Right over the bed. And this is when you hear this wonderful clip.
Damn, that was good. You just got stuffed.
I'm glad that's over.
I'm so glad that's over.
Glad that is over. That was
I'm like
sick.
sweating. It's so
totally
uncomfortable.
forgot.
Like my butthole is so tight.
I was like, did I remember
just like,
that?
ugh.
Do I remember that? So she's the first to go. And again, in horror movie tropes, who's always the first to go?
Always the person
You
who's
guys know.
enjoying sex,
Well,
obviously.
no, it's not even that, but like if a girl ever shows her breasts at the beginning, or she is a promiscuous girl, she's always the one to die first. And I think that is
she
awful.
is shamed.
She's shamed. And like we're not going to miss her anymore because she liked to show her boobs.
Or like it's a lesson she has to learn. Like if you weren't having sex and enjoying it, you'd be alive still.
Right? So obviously... awful scene. We're done. We are met back with our group. So Johnny has now driven his Jeep over to Billy, Darren, and Kristen. They were all hanging out together. And he's like, oh my God, you guys, a turkey just killed my parents. The legends are true. Darren, you stupid bitch, the legends are true. All of this is going down. And they're trying to figure out what to do.
How to proceed.
And they're like, oh God, what about Allie? She needs to know. We have to go tell Allie. And they run over to her house, and Allie, they find her.
They find her
dead.
body.
And they find a turkey feather.
And they find, this is the truly perplexing on so many levels.
Yeah, this kind of was a weird...
They find a gravy-flavored condom package that has been opened.
And I'm wondering what that's about. A, where do you get that? B... why, if a turkey's going to kill someone, why would he even care about going to get this contraceptive? And then I'm thinking, okay, it might have been the boy that she brought over. But then there's all these kind of questions with that.
So many questions.
So they're like, oh shit, she's dead. And now they are devastated and they don't know what to do next.
But Darren thinks there's got to be a book somewhere. There's got to be a book because I know the history of Crawberg. And so I must have read it somewhere. So if we can find a library.
Keep in mind, they don't have computers or anything like that.
Right. Never mind that they have like cell phones and stuff. They can't look anything up.
This is 2009, 10, so they can't look anything up. They have to go to the library. And Johnny's like, are you stupid? Libraries are not going to be open right now. And then Kristen, because she's the homely kind of book nerdy one.
She has the best idea,
She's like...
Guys, I just thought of something. My dad has a huge collection of books. I'm sure he has something on killer turkeys.
That could work. Yeah, true. Let's do it, guys. Let's go get that son of a bitch.
Dad has so many books about this. He's got to have something here. So they have the plan to go to her father's house, and that's where we will go next. We join the crew of Johnny, Billy, Darren, Kristen.
But
They're-
not Allie. May she rest in peace.
Oh, sweet angel. Rest in peace, Allie girl. Rest in... I don't know. I was thinking of something sexual to say, and then I was like...
My brain was like, turkey, potatoes.
They get to Kristen's house, and this is where it gets really, truly bizarre.
If you thought
Even
that
more bizarre than it
prostituting turkeys and turkeys making love to women
Raping,
and
I hate to say that
you're
word,
right,
but that
it was a
metaphor.
turkey rapist.
The door gets answered by what you think is Kristen's dad, but it turns out the turkey skinned her dad's face, is in his full outfit and wearing Kristen's dad's face
as a mask.
Face. And the thing is that they fall for it. Kristen's like, "Hi, Dad."
And it's not even like he didn't even cut the face off in one piece.
It's like little chunks, like.
And then he's like, it's like sewn together with like yarn. It's not even string. It's like thick black yarn.
And again, I'm asking, where did he get these materials? Where did he get the yarn? Where did he get the needle?
And he worked
How did he
fast.
do it? Where they did work very
to
fast.
skin his and then sew it all together by the time they got
That
there.
was like 3 minutes. This turkey
I mean,
is
he
very
is a
resourceful.
shape-shifting.
I
don't
hired
know.
this turkey to work.
So give me more. You have a resume available? And they kind of were like, they suspect something's off with the dad. None of them can quite put their finger on it. Slash feather on it.
His voice doesn't sound the same. He doesn't look the same.
Because she's full on kissing, like,
Yeah.
Dad, I love you so much. Thanks for showing us where the books are, type of a thing.
It's bizarre. And so they find this book. Darren is like, I'm convinced I know how to do this.
It says the turkey can be killed if he is removed from his magical talisman.
I don't know, guys. I never noticed any magical talisman.
He probably keeps it hidden under his feathers.
No, Kristen, I think you're exactly right. Look, this is what it says. If the talisman is not in plain view, then it is very probable that the turkey keeps it in his plumage.
I can't figure out how to kill him, but I can figure out how to get to him.
Right.
And it's worth noting that Billy, in the meantime, is very hungry. He's very, very hungry always. So he goes out. They're like, Billy, go get something to fucking eat.
Like, stop bitching.
Stop bitching. Just take control of your life. So he goes to the refrigerator and he sees Kristen's dad.
In the process, he sees
Kristen's dad,
the faceless sheriff.
And he's like, what are you doing? And then Turkey rips off Kristen's dad's face and he's like, holy shit. We have Turkey Man. Runs into them. That's it. Turkey gets away. He was also trying to dispose of the sheriff's dad, dragging it somehow.
He's
with his
slowly
little feet.
dragging it with his little tiny baby turkey body.
So they make a pact to kill this turkey at this point.
Because they
Kristen
find
just
the
found
book,
out her dad is dead.
right? And they find the book that they were looking for, the Turkeyology Demonology book, and it has the recipe for how to dispose of this turkey forever.
Because this turkey is invincible, if you haven't guessed.
Right.
He's immortal and invincible. And so Darren's like, what we do to find the turkey, if we want to find him and go to him, it's kind of like the It. Remember when they go to the It's lair? Same principle. They have to go to the turkey to kill it. So he's like, I don't know how to kill it yet, but I know how to get to it. And you get to it by finding it in its teepee.
Yep. And I believe the line is something like, if you don't see the turkey anywhere in your vision stream or your line of sight, he's going to be in the teepee.
Look for the teepee. Because I guess he just takes breaks from killing and goes back to his
I gotta
teepee.
go rest in my old
rest.
teepee. But meanwhile, they're like on the lookout for the turkey, and the turkey has set up an intricate system of like luring them in one by one to
He's
sort of
getting
kill
smarter
them.
and smarter because he has this vendetta for them that nobody understands.
That we can't quite figure out what they did that pissed him off. So Billy dies in this process. He's exploded. He's the first person to fall for the trap.
Oh yeah, it's so sad. You just really sprung that on them, Cadence.
I'm so sorry. It's just that
Billy's always hungry, and what is the turkey gonna do? He's
He
gonna use that
shapeshifts.
weakness against him, and he shapeshifts into
a
beautiful Thanksgiving meal. And Billy just devours it in this very supernatural way.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, that hit the spot." And then what starts happening?
He explodes.
It's like when you drink too much beer, your stomach starts growling, and he explodes. He explodes from the inside. He literally explodes, and the turkey
Pops out of his stomach.
What's that movie? That really famous one?
Alien.
Oh yes, where the little thing comes out.
You get the little alien guy.
The little xenomorph.
So well, not only does the turkey pop out, the turkey and a shotgun both pop out. So he really,
I guess
he really got him.
Maybe the turkey was morphed with this shotgun. Maybe he's just always had it.
Maybe it's how he evolved.
So It's very sad, you guys. Billy bit the
So
dust.
it's partially their responsibility because they told him like get out of here and go find something to eat.
You're right. That they're gonna feel they don't feel any shit for their parents dying.
If they haven't felt shit, like guilt by now or like sadness by now, they're not gonna feel it ever.
Parents, friends, everything dying.
So we need to burn him at the stake, just like a witch. And then we need to say a demonic prayer in unison, backwards. Just the usual thing.
Damn, this shit is not gonna be easy.
No shit, it's not gonna be easy. He was necromanced by one of the most powerful Indians in history.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
First thing we have to do is find out where this turkey's at.
It says here, if the turkey is nowhere to be seen, it's likely he's returned to his teepee.
Shit. There can't be that many teepees in town, can there? Let's go blitz his ass.
However, if he's not in the teepee, he's killing one of your friends.
So they go out to find the teepee, the turkey's teepee, and on the way they see Billy,
and he is
perishing on the side of the road.
He's dead. Well, yeah, he
is in process.
He's in process, but let's be real, his insides are ripped out.
His insides are
and this
on his
is where
outsides.
it seems we're learning a little bit more about Darren and Billy's friendship.
If that's what you call it, yes.
It's getting very awkward, and Darren is losing his shit
because
over dead
nobody
Billy.
has died about a parent. Nobody has died about a father's mace fask.
No one's died about.
Did you hear me? I said a mace fask.
We're losing Cadence. We're losing her quick.
I'm very wound up about this right now.
So
because no one's felt anything, but in this moment, Darren is like losing his shit over Billy dying. It's like a 20-minute scene of him just
losing it. And then Billy's like, "You're one of the cool kids now," and dies.
And then we get this really cool.
Oh my god!
I mean, here I'm just gonna. I don't even want to give it. I don't want to preface it. Just here.
I miss you so much, Billy. This song goes out to you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love you, Billy. Now you've gone and left me. You were my friend. My friend. You got killed by a turkey. Who's not my friend. Not my friend. Oh, Billy, Billy, Billy. You were my best friend. We were meant to be best friends forever. And now you're the best friend.
Okay, so
we had a montage of Billy and Darren's friendship, eating ice cream together, going
with an original song.
With an original song that you're going to get a little clip of, or you heard. And really touching. All right, let's cut to the chase. There's 3 people left. They got to go find this fucking turkey.
They got to get rid of this gobbler.
It's like Nightmare Before Christmas. They got to make Christmas right again. Except for this time, it's Thanksgiving. Before everyone dies.
Right.
And they just leave Billy's body.
You said it, girl. You said it.
They leave Billy's body on the side of the road.
They're like, bye, Billy! And they drive away.
And then they just drive away and leave his body.
And what do you know, you guys? They find the teepee, and guess where it is? About 12 inches off of the sidewalk.
It's like in a median.
It's literally right
and it's
there by like a public trash can. It's like a little tiny baby teepee.
I don't know when he had time to set this teepee
That
up.
is decorated with turkey footprints.
Oh my god, it has little turkey footprints on it. So he's
got
really
an interior designer. He may be an absolute mongrel, but he has taste.
He is a go-getter. You're right. This turkey has a lot of good ideas. So they find it and they're like, yes, we found this teepee.
And once they find the turkey, they have to read a demonic prayer backwards and they have to burn it on a stake like a witch. They pull their Jeep up right to the door of the teepee.
And the turkey's just inside chilling. He's just taking a break from all the killing.
Oh no, he's making a salad. Excuse you.
Yes, he's making a salad.
Excuse you. The turkey
He's literally making a salad. It's like a Caesar salad. He's like literally, and he's so pleased with this. Like, where did he get the bowl? Where did he go shopping? So many questions I have about this turkey's personal life.
He is tossing the hell out of that salad.
I have a lot of questions about this turkey's backstory and how
And the excitement he has about the fiber.
He literally just said good fiber. This turkey doesn't seem like half bad of a guy.
Well, he's got to keep pooping on sleeping bags. Where do you think he gets the fuel?
So they decide to ambush him while he's making his salad.
You're not such a badass after all.
Your dad thought I was pretty badass.
And they get him, and they tie him up. Darren ties him up. He's avenging Billy's death in a way. And they get him, and they
start saying the prayer.
They recite the prayer, and the prayer is actually just to make him mortal again. But they still have to burn him at the stake. So they're doing this, and they're just about to do it.
To light him on fire, and who pops in?
Oscar the Hermit.
So Oscar the old hag.
The old hag whose
is
dad
still
died.
out to avenge Flashy's death.
He was also looking for that TP.
He's just been out for a couple of days now.
Shot him dead on, and the turkey's body flies
through
in the air into what looks like a trash.
There's like a
dumpster.
When you roll your trash out too before trash day, it's just sitting out on like a suburban cul-de-sac.
So they go out and they're like, Oscar, what the hell? You have to burn him. I can't believe you
We have
did
this
that.
whole
We have this
ritual.
whole ritual planned. But he's like, they all look at him and they're like, well, he looks pretty dead.
And Oscar's like, I shot him with a shotgun. Like, there's absolutely zero way that he is surviving this.
If he's mortal now, he's for sure dead.
Right.
And they leave. They're like, okay, end of the day. They don't try to take the turkey and chop him up and make sure nothing. They're just like,
nope.
Okay.
They just are like, yeah, sounds good. Sounds legit.
And then
We're just going to give up our whole mission. Whatever. He's good.
They walk away, and apparently there's radioactive material.
There's a sticker.
In this, like,
it's like
normal
biohazard.
trash can. Just families have total access to bio.
I just imagine a bunch of little kids in like biohazard suits and like
rolling out the
those,
trash.
and they're like, zzz, like with their little equipment.
So, I think we know what's happening. The turkey
is gaining even more powers.
When you thought it couldn't get any more ridiculous, he is gaining
super strength.
So they all go home. They're hanging out.
So Darren, well, most of them are dead. So it's Darren, Allie, or Darren, Kristen, and Johnny, and they're like. They literally say, well, like, he's dead now, so let's go watch a movie. Never mind that every single member of our family's been killed. We deserve to relax. Treat yourself, girl.
It literally is Johnny's suggestion to go, it's all over, let's go watch a movie.
Johnny's full of really good ideas.
So they go back, and Johnny, Darren, and Kristen are sitting on the couch, but they're sitting very, very close together.
It's like a love seat or something. It's very tiny.
Darren is eating popcorn, watching Kristen and Johnny fall in love, and they start having what we think is sex.
Yeah,
right
it seems like they're having relations like right in front of him.
So
they're having relations, and Darren's like, "This is awkward. I'm gonna go get some food."
He's watching for a little too long.
That's giving Darren too much credit. He definitely sticks around, and
he's
then
like, I guess I'll give you guys some privacy.
He decides he's gonna go. So he goes to find a snack, and who do you think he runs into in the kitchen?
Radioactive turkey man. Now that turkey came back from life. Got there very quickly. Starts because he's super active now.
Right, he's
super
even faster.
He's like pecking like crazy. Like he's killing.
He pins him down. He pulls out his tongue with his beak.
Rips. It's disgusting, guys. His tongue is.
And then pecks like.
And
until he gets to his heart.
And then rips out his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Darren. Come on. God's waiting. Come on. No turkeys up here, Darren. Come on.
And at that point, that's when some noise gets made.
Johnny's
and Johnny
like,
and Kristen are like, what's that noise? Let's go check. Johnny goes in, instantly, carving knife to the heart.
Yep.
Freaking out. Kristen goes in.
It's one of those electric turkey carving knives.
And she's now, it's like, she's pretty much
she's
by herself.
The last one.
She's the last one. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk that Kristen would have made it? And she's like, oh my God, she kicks the turkey and then runs. Her and Billy run out the door and they're looking for a place to go.
And she goes, there's a shed.
there's a lawnmower shed over here.
So they take cover and she tells Johnny, like, don't worry about it. I'm going to kill this turkey.
I got this turkey. And Johnny's like, I don't think I'm going to make it.
It's very touching because they also express their love for each other.
Well, the lovemaking in front of Darren.
Well, in this moment, they say the words, I love you. Their bodies have already said,
I love you.
I love you.
Their minds are saying, I love you. And sure enough, creature cam, turkey coming out. You see him going towards the shed. Kristen comes over with a lighter and with flammable stuff. I don't know.
I think it's like it's got to be like spray paint or something flammable. Yeah.
And she goes,
and she has a lighter and the thing, and she sprays it and says,
Roast in hell, asshole.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my feathers are fucking melting.
After she catches him on fire, she kicks him, and it just so happens that she kicks him.
"Okay, so there's like a pyre, like an actual pyre of sticks that you would burn a witch on, just in the yard.
In the backyard, conveniently.
All of the kindling
Right
stacked
there.
on the bottom." All the things TP'd just so that the air will flow and the fire will start. So this little bundle of turkey feathers just, I
Bundle of
cannot.
turkle feathers.
This bundle of turkle feathers just lands right on top, and it
catches
just goes
fire.
whoosh.
So Kristen goes over there, and it's kind of coming to an end, and she's looking at it. And then Oscar comes back, the hermit, and he pops out, and he goes, "What are you doing?" She stands up, eating a turkey leg.
She freaking grabs one of those radioactive turkey legs.
Yeah. Bitch, you did not think
It
that
is.
through.
I get that it felt like a power move at the time.
But that turkey got the last laugh. You just ate a
That turkey
radioactive
is gonna
turkey leg.
be laughing at you from the netherworld because you are not gonna feel good later.
And that is the end of Thankskilling.
Thankskilling.
Whew, guys.
That was a wild ride.
Wild turkey ride. God, I forgot how fucking crazy that movie is.
It is bizarre.
Absolutely bizarre. And I'm sorry. I almost feel bad that we exposed you guys to that, even talking about it. Now you have to rush out and see it. Well, no.
You know
don't rush
what?
out.
Don't.
Just listen.
We've
to
done an
our
adequate
really-
job.
You're not missing out on much. And it's now that I'm recapping it, I feel bad that I exposed you to some of those awful concepts. Wow, yeah. So everyone dies except for Kristen.
and Oscar, which hopefully they have a love story.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be a little sequel. Kristen and Oscar.
Because she doesn't have anybody to care for her. She has no friends and no family now.
Nobody.
Well,
And
actually,
she ate radioactive turkey.
her mom that shit in the coffee pot is technically still alive. I wouldn't
So she
trust
could reach out
her.
to her, but I would not trust that bitch anymore.
I would definitely choose a shed with Oscar, the old hag. 100%.
We are so happy you guys stuck it through. If you made it this long, good on you. That is impressive.
And don't worry, this was definitely one of the most bizarre
yeah,
movies,
we decided to get a little crazy with it.
but they're all phenomenal. This one just happens to be an acidic fever dream. They're not all like
we're
that.
We're gonna have much better. No, not better. We're gonna have a lot of more
variety is what you're trying to say.
And we just appreciate you sticking it through, guys. Thankskilling.
Thanks.
Gobble
gobble.
Thanks you for killing your time with us.
Good job.
Bye.
Bye.